Alright, good morning guys and gals. It is Wednesday the 15th, so I gotta take the fiance to work this morning. So I can't do the pre-market prep live, but I can hit you with a quick video here. So, we did get a little bit of selling pressure here over the last week or so, and as tends to be the case, that selling pressure was met, or triggered rather, by a spike here in volatility. So if we look at the VIX, and I want you to notice a few different periods of time here. Look at early May, mid-June, mid-July, and then call it mid-August here. So May, June, July, August, you get these big spikes in volatility. And that typically is going to shake up the market. However, you're going to notice that on each of those occasions, VIX quickly fades back towards its 21. And when that's the outcome, typically the market is going to continue in the direction of the trend. So keep in mind, we haven't gotten the flush here in VIX just yet. But to go look at the S&P 500 as a comparison, here's May. So volatility spikes, the market flushes a bit, but as soon as VIX dies down, back towards the upside goes the market. And you had another little dip here in June. There was that spike in volatility in mid-July, and here was mid-August. So the key to looking to buy the dip isn't so much just pulling the trigger on everything here, it's more so waiting for a bit of confirmation, which typically you're going to get from the volatility index. So at the moment, my thought process still is I do want to buy the dip here, and I'm looking to buy the dip up until the point that the pullback changes the structure of the market. From a daily charts perspective, we're not even close just yet. If you kind of study what is common here for this trend, going back about a year ago, the worst it typically gets is a flush down to -2 ATR. So from that perspective, we haven't even gotten quite that yet. And then from a weekly chart point of view, you're still screwing around up here at your AEMA. And I would love a dip to the 21. So I am looking to buy the dip. So long as the flush here, if it does continue, doesn't change the daily and most importantly the weekly structure. But before I go buying that dip, I do need that confirmation from VIX back under the 21. So being patient, that's what I'm waiting for. And with the flush here, we took a small loss on healthcare. So that started losing structure. We took a small loss on SQ and Snapchat. So taking a few losses there. We still have Home Depot, which I think looks really solid here. And this kind of tends to be the case. You're going to make your best profits and you're going to make the most profits, I think, when the market is pushing to the upside. So you got that daily squeeze in the SPY and the Qs. We push into 2 ATR. And in the mastery, that's where we're taking advantage of that market-wide momentum. So we were able to hit Facebook as the market pushed. We were able to hit Apple. We were able to hit Tractor Supply, NOW. We hit Tesla. We hit real estate. We hit XLC. So we're bringing home some really good progress here as the market makes that big push. And then as the market comes in a little bit, we're giving back a little bit of those profits. But the key is protect the majority of the profits you made on the way up here. So should Home Depot go well here for this most recent round of trades, we're looking at about, call it 5% plus account growth. So pretty solid. But in terms of the next round of 10 or so trades, waiting for volatility to dip, and then in terms of where I want to get long, obviously I'm a big fan of technology here. So what I would love to see is just a bunch of new daily squeezes across the board. The Qs are back at the buy zone, so you could certainly get a daily squeeze there. As is the S&P 500. If we take a look at Apple, that's back at the buy zone. I would love a new Apple daily squeeze. I would love a Google daily squeeze. I would love Microsoft already has a daily squeeze. So you got some of the strongest names and trends in the market finally back at the buy zone here. I just think you hold off a bit, wait for a bit of confirmation from volatility before you look to play that next leg towards the upside. But these names are all on the watch list here. Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, Google, Tesla screwing around back near that 21. You could get a squeeze there. And then NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA is poised to go into a daily squeeze. So at the end of the day, at least as of this morning, all we've gotten here is a nice healthy retracement. And a lot of times with that healthy retracement, some of the stronger names in the market are going to come back to the buy zone, which over the course of the next month or so could give you your next really solid round of trades. So I think you be patient here. Keep an eye on volatility. I think we can all agree that technology, communications, XLC, communications, and the semiconductors, in my opinion, those are the best looking trends in the market right now. few of the strongest trends. So if the market does find itself, some support, turns a corner, it gets pumping back towards the upside, I think you're going to want to be long semis, tech, and communications. So that's what I think you structure your watch list around. Names like an Apple, names like a Facebook, Google, Nvidia, Microsoft. Just beautiful trends, good looking structure. They're back at the buy zone. You've got bullish momentum everywhere. If, and that's a big if, the upside trend for the market continues, these should be some of the first names I would think to lead the way. So that's what I think you center your watch list around here. But patience. This chart here, the VIX over the next who knows how many days, is going to be, I think, the most important chart in the market. The odds of you buying the dip of success, if VIX is just kind of lingering around here, or even worse, it continues to grind higher, buying the dip, generally speaking, isn't going to work all that well. So wait for the flush in VIX, have a good looking watch list, tech, communications, semis, maybe a little bit of Home Depot. But I think it's a good game plan here, instead of just jumping in and blindly buying the dip, assuming that the market once again is going to grind back towards those highs. I think you want to look at kind of common characteristics of what the index is, and most importantly, what volatility does when that is the case. And the reality is you don't get that reversal towards the upside in the market until you get VIX dying back down. So I got to hit the road here. I will, let's see, tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, we'll go live tomorrow morning, make up for today, but I hope you enjoy your afternoon. Have a good day, trade safe, trade smart, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow morning.